Now, in terms of compliance, the mechanism that I spoke to you about has been functioning now for almost 3 years. We are actually in the third year of operation. We are beginning to get a picture, and that picture is both encouraging and intriguing. It is encouraging because we see that the convention is actually trickling down to the various levels in government, in society, and so on. And it is creating change. It is bringing about change. It is intriguing because the results of the reviews show us that we can make no assumptions. We can take nothing for granted. Even in the area of the more traditional crimes of corruption, such as bribery, we find nuances, and very important nuances. Because while you will find the offense, the crime, in almost all criminal laws or in all legal systems, there are differences, for example, on the scope of application of that legislation. To whom does it apply? Or to put it differently, who is excluded from its application? And we see also various other nuances when it comes to other crimes. One other example of which is encouraging is that countries are ready to experiment with some very new notions, some very new concepts. Some concepts that were so new when the convention was being negotiated that they have not been given the same force as others. You have also some non-mandatory provisions in the convention. One example is illicit enrichment. The reason that this was not given such force in the convention is because for many countries this would run contrary to constitutional provisions of the burden of proof, the presumption of innocence, and so on. But countries are experimenting with the notion, and we see that coming up more and more, and they are experimenting with this tool, which is very powerful. And we see that there are some very interesting solutions. For example, linking the issue of illicit enrichment to an obligation of declaring your assets when you are in certain positions or in certain professions. So we are beginning to get a broader, a sharper image, a sharper picture of what is the situation of compliance around the world with the convention. Compliance with the convention, and with this I will conclude, is not an end in itself. Let's not forget that the convention is a means to an end. The convention is the crystallization of the shared will among states to deal with the problem of corruption. You will notice that I do not use the expression eradication of corruption. And the reason I'm not doing that is because I do not think that we will manage to eradicate corruption, at least in my lifetime. I see a lot of younger people here, and I hope that they will see that in their lifetime, but I will certainly not see it. Because corruption has been with us for a very long time. Corruption is a very complex issue. It will fight back. And for every major success, we are bound to face not perhaps a failure, but a challenge. It is a sophisticated form of crime. It changes as we go, and we are absolutely, we must make sure that we stay ahead of the game.